In the previous lesson, we went through the first time configuration and we made a standalone machine. We gave it a name, standalone. As you can see, it has gateway capabilities and it has management capabilities. Right now, it doesn't have any blades enabled. You can see on that widget right here in the overview tab. Because if they were enabled, they would be light up. They would be full in color. So they are not available right now, but we will do that when we go to the Smart Console. When we get to the FAT client and connect to the management side and install a policy. And policies include firewall policies, access control list, pretty much the same thing. Includes IPS policies, URL filtering, and so on. I talk about all of these and how to set them up in my CCSA course. But over here, we will discuss the point of our web portal. There is pretty much everything you can do that is available in CLI, especially in the beginner level. You don't need all of that when you start working with Checkpoint, but it's good thing you know important stuff so you can, move freely without any hesitation. So anyway, here's your general overview page from where you are able to download your FAT client, but this is our next lesson. We have widgets, we have system overview, we have blades, network connection, and throughput, how much traffic is going, through our gateway. We can drag and drop it if you wish to do so. If you wish not to do so, don't do that. Anyway, so we move to network interfaces. Over here, you can see all available interfaces. If you click any of them, you click edit and you can change and modify. I've just connected to my, as an example, I've connected to my management server, to my management interface, and if I click edit, they're saying if I do any changes, I will get disconnected. It pretty much makes sense because I'm connected to this address. So don't do that unless you're certain of what you are doing. But once you get there, you have options. You can enable and specify the IP address. Then click OK, and that will be applied. If you want to add more interfaces right here, you have to go to your VMware workstation, go for VM, then go for setting, and then just choose more interfaces. Add another network adapter. It might not appear right away. Over here, you might have to reboot it. It might appear. I've seen it, various ways. Anyway, so over here you change your adapters. The next thing you want to make sure you know where it is. Here's your DNS server. This is where you set it up. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Then you have the routing, IPv4 static routing. This is where you set the routing to the internet from your local users and from the internet to, let's say, your freshly deployed server that is staying behind your firewall. This is where you do that. So far, we have only one route. This is the route we have set up during the installation of our operating system. If you wish to work with dynamic routing, such as BGP or OSPF, and so on, this is where you have it under Advanced Routing tab. Anyway, so you have user management where you can create different users. This is where you do that. So far, we have admin and monitor user. If we create another user, we give it a random name, and we can assign it a certain role. Then we go to the roles. And for that specific user, we can add features that will be available only for that user. Alright, anyway, there is another thing I really want you to be focused on. So over here under the maintenance, there is a shutdown feature where you can reboot the device. You can do the same thing via command line. If you type in the command reboot, it will automatically, not automatically, it's actually manually reboot the system. Under the upgrades, there is a feature called CPUs, Checkpoint User I'm not sure how it's translated, but anyway, I call it CPUs. What we do here, we upgrade our system from different versions. Just because it's a fresh install, it doesn't have any valid license. It's given an error message saying it will expire on that date, and you're not available to check for updates. I believe so. It might actually check it, but it won't actually install new updates. You need to install at least a normal evaluation license, which will go deeper in the next lesson. Anyway, so this is where you do that. You just check for update, then it's gonna pop up the as you can see here, the list of our updates, and we choose what we wish to install. Anyway, that's the review of our web portal. That's all we do here. And in the next lesson, I want to go to the Smart Console, install our FAT client, and show you what it's capable of.